Okay, there we go. Right, so Mr. Goham has literally seconds ago just finished up his stream of Farming Simulator. I do know that Mr. A2 Studios is apparently going live as well, but um, if you're not into the whole live modding thing, uh, perhaps you could watch me here. So, my friends, welcome to the channel. We are on the PC here, and we are on the new Alpine Farming Expansion DLC, which is Ellengrat or something like that. I think they changed the name from what it was previously. So, hey John, how are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. So let me give you an overview of what I've done here. So I've spent the last couple of hours basically kind of driving around the map, looking at the sales points, and that type of thing. Kind of getting my equipment in order. So I started on new farmer mode, and you get a bunch of equipment. Um, so I kept the electric tractor. So I kept the mower. I kept this. So anything you see here, I kept. Now I'm considering getting rid of the grain silo. Um, and I'll probably keep everything else. I sold the Lintrack, and I purchased myself the Rigutrak 150. Okay, so I bought it outright, so I do own it. I have it here. Okay, I've rented so I sold quite a few pieces of equipment. I sold the plows, the mowers, all the really small equipment, and I replaced it with larger stuff. So I've got a 3.5 meter, or sorry, a 3 meter uh, plow here. I've got the rear mower set up here. Okay, that's what is that? 8.1 meters. I sold so I had a weight or one or two weights that you got with the as new farmer. I sold them and rented these ones. I also have a rented a TDK 302. In new farmer mode, in your silo, you got a bunch of crops. So you did get wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soybeans, and corn, right? So what I did was I've sold everything that was in the silo, and we pretty much have nothing left now. So what I've been doing while DJ Goham has been streaming is, as I said, I've been selling off the crops and trying to kind of organize my farm a little bit, kind of get it the way I kind of want it. Actually, there's one last task to do here. I've got some crops in the I've got some crops in the train here that I need to sell as well. So let me just turn around here if I can. Oh, that was some bad driving. Right, let's get to the opposite side of the bridge here and we'll pull in. So yeah, as I said, one of the reasons why I wanted to get rid of all the crops in the silo is I wanted to switch out the silo. So you get the basic in-game default 100,000 liter silo, this silo here. That really isn't sufficient for my personal taste and needs. So I want to see, can I get rid of that and replace it with something else? So we have oats in this trailer here, or in this in the back here. So we're going to sell those. And obviously, how you do that is, well, you'll drive to the Felsbrunn grain mill, I believe. So this is one of the new features of farming simulator in that if you stay inside the train, it will eventually kick you out once you're kind of driving off the map here. So that should happen fairly soon, I would say. So you'll get to a certain point here, and you know the game will kick you off the train, and then apparently the train then drives to Felsbrunn. So it should be up here. There you go. So I got see that I got 11,545 for the my cropster. It's not too shabby. I do have the hand mower here. I kept the bucket. I've kind of set things up, so I've got the animal pen extension installed. I've put in more hay. I set my milk trailer up here, even though I can sell it here. So we have manure and slurry. I've got my bales here. I'm going to have to shred these bales to get straw. As you see, I've got the larger pieces of equipment here from the Pottinger. So this, I kept the baler as well, the round baler. So what I'm going to do here now is, I don't know if this is going to work out or not. So I'm going to save the game here. I am going to try and sell the silo here. Okay, so I sold the silo. Now I've got some other silos that I have downloaded modded versions. I don't know what is going to fit or if it'll fit. I have no idea. See, that's kind of the problem there. See that shit? Ah, god damn it. So you have a small multi-fruit silo here. So you've got very, very limited space. See that? Very limited space to be able to put anything down. It's not good. I don't know about this one. I don't think this is going to fit. Or if it does, I'm going to have very little space to get out of it. Yeah, see, I just don't have the space there to do that. To see that? That's way too large. You see that one? There just isn't anything. There isn't really anything that I can realistically put down. So I have this one here as well. This is another mod. But once again, you don't have enough space for the bloody thing. Shit. Oh dear. Well, at least I have the multi-fruit, and that's something. At least I can hold grass and everything in this thing. So that's at least that's something. So how much is that one? That's 110,000, and this is 110,000. So, well, you know, it's something. I suppose we'll put the multi-fruit down. It's the only thing that really fits in the area, at least for now. Till I, you know, find something, I don't know, maybe a little bit more appropriate. So we'll try and line things up here, I guess. Jeez, that thing is very, very difficult to place. 121,000, so that wasn't bad. So the silo itself cost I don't know, did it modify the ground or something? I don't think it did. Do, 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 do. So we get some new texture thingies as well here that you can put down. Let's check that out. That's kind of interesting. So we can do that. Okay, that's interesting. Right, there we go. So yeah, we have we basically just swapped out for a multi-grain silo. But I think that's a good idea, you know, with a small silo extension. Now we may be able to put this around here somewhere. I don't know, could we maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see about that one. It's possible I'll be able to put this around here somewhere. Yeah, let's see about that one. So it has lights as well, which is kind of a little bit different to the other one. So the in-game one doesn't have that. Definitely doesn't. And you get bloody laser light. I suppose that's good for nighttime, I guess, you know. I wouldn't mind if I was able to turn off the laser light though. 121,000. So it cost me $121,002 to put this down, which means that the ground was absolutely flat when I placed the object. So it hasn't, you know, altered anything. Right, I'm happy enough with that one. Save the game there. So I guess I don't know, what do we start with? We have a couple of fields, I suppose. So that's rather expensive. That's 285, 125. Oh, I suppose. Noah, how are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. I don't know. I don't have much money now. See, what are we gonna do? We do not have much cash. It's 125,000 there. So it's this area here. Is that it? Yeah, it's this area. That's not a bad area, though, is it? No, no. So I've got a waypoint mod installed here. Ah, I see. So there are a couple of fields that need to be done. Ah, now I get it. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to eventually plow this area up. Shit, how do I get rid of that freaking waypoint mod? I don't know, should I buy that? We're going to need grass, aren't we? I mean, we really, really are, but we're, you know, we're very, very limited on funds right now, so we're definitely going to need grass. We've got to make silage bales, I suppose, yeah? I mean, how else are you going to make cash? It's kind of the way it is, isn't it? Silage bales to start off with, especially a new farmer. So yeah, at least the good thing about this is I have purchased this particular tractor here, so you know, vast majority of my equipment I actually own now, you know, so I'm not incurring rental costs or anything. So the mods I'm using here, hey Glenn, how are you, sir? How are things? So the mods I'm using here are the part of the Alpine expansion DLC. Now, while I have you guys here, I'm going to show you just how many bloody Pottinger mods there actually is. Right? Watch this. So these are base game, okay? So here, this is where your Alpine farming stuff starts, right? Okay, so it goes along. All right. So from the NovaCat 301 here, this is where all your mods start. So I literally downloaded every freaking Pottinger mod on the mod hub. So there's no dodgy mods here. They're all official, you know, mod hub mods. So you can see them all here. There is a absolute butt ton of freaking Pottinger mods. Look at all this stuff. And it just goes on and on and on. Look at all this shit. So there are some good mods though as part of this. So you've got a 10-meter cultivator, I guess. Yeah, it's a cultivator. You've got a you've got some fairly decent loading wagons. You know, this is a 42,000 liter. Nothing wrong with that. You know, 42,000. Why have I got two of these? I wonder. Oh, one is a three-wheel. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. I've got a what have I got? So I do have a 3-meter plow. I have a 12.5-meter windrower from Pottinger. This is on the mod hub, so I'll be using this, probably renting it. We have, so these are part of the Alpine pack. So all this stuff here is way too small. Look at this crap. So it's like 5.9 meter, 3.4. I mean, that's not too bad. The 8.9 meter one, that's not bad. 4.4. You know, it's really, really small equipment. Look at this bloody, look, 1.2 freaking meter. This is a joke, this thing. The tethers or the windrowers, 4.6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one because this is 13 meter. So yeah, we're going to be doing, to start off with, we're going to be doing grass work. We're going to be making grass, you know, grass bales, silage bales, that type of thing. To, you know, to start earning some money. Now, eventually, once I have these fields fully chopped up, I'm going to plow the fields up. I'm going to fertilize them, lime them, the whole 9 yards, because, as I said, they're not done at the moment. They need plowing and everything. We're going to go for crab steering. No, we're going to go for all-wheel steering here. Okay. So you notice the new grass textures here are a bit different. I forgot to unfold the bloody moor there. So yeah, the grass textures are different now. They're much more colourful and vibrant. Um, the colour of the grass it looks like hay now, you know. So I'll be interested in to see what the actual hay color type looks like. So yeah, this should be a nice field here to chop up and get some grass out of, you know. I guess we're gonna try and do straight lines if we can, kind of make things a little bit easier for myself. So yeah, this is the Riggy track, the 150. Not a bad little tractor. A little bit slow for my taste. A little bit slow. You know, I prefer my 32 mph tractors, but it is what it is. I thought I had the real More mod installed, but clearly not. Now I wonder how far down I can go here before I get to the field border. I wonder. Oh, I went pretty down. Oh, right, okay. That's interesting. So did everybody watch Mr. DJ Goham's live stream? He just finished up not so long ago. How many of you have the Alpine farming DLC now? What do you think of it? And if you don't have it, do you plan to get it, or are you not interested in this kind of farming? So I've been watching people throughout the day stream this particular, new map and DLC. And there's varying opinions on the map. Um, so I can kind of tell you my personal opinion. Now, obviously, I haven't fully. I mean, I'm only a couple of hours into the map, but just from kind of my gameplay style, I don't know how much of a shelf life a map like this personally has. I really don't. Um, if you're into grass work, animal work, maybe logging, yeah, I think you'll enjoy this map, and there probably will be a good shelf life to it, you know. But for someone like me who's interested in a kind of American maps with large fields using big equipment, um, I think a map like this could have a limited appeal and limited shelf life for me personally. But I will certainly give it a fair shake of the whip, as it were, because well, it was expensive, so you want to try and get us, you know, give the map a chance, as it were. But I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I've no interest in the vast majority of the equipment that comes in the DLC, simply because it is too dang small. It just really is too small, So I'm gonna get my own equipment. I'll try and stick to Pottinger though. I will try and stick to the spirit of the map by having Pottinger equipment. But I'm gonna find modified versions. Of Pottinger equipment. Mr. Lunatic Cam, how the heck are you, sir? How are things? Yeah, I saw the cotton mods today. They were very interesting. I did see those. Um, you know what I'm interested in, guys? And I actually have it installed. Let me show you this quickly. I'm super duper excited about this bloody thing. Where is it? Look at this. A freaking 6-meter poplar header. Look at this beast. Look at this. Holy Toledo. We'll be able to do freaking poplars like no tomorrow now. Oh, this is awesome. And you can brand the damn thing. Look at this. Shit. I didn't know that was a thing. Holy crap. Main color. Let's make a class one here. Rim color is going to be red. Design color is going to be white. Holy shite balls, look at this. Oh wow, look at this. This is fantastic. A freaking 6 meter poplar header. So you stick this on a forage harvester and Bob's your uncle. You know, this is freaking awesome. Why did we not get something like this before, you know? Brilliant. So I'll be using that bloody thing. For sure. Yeah, 50 meters is a little bit OTT there, mouse. A little bit OTT for my taste. What the hell is wrong with this traffic? Jesus, are they just like staring at me or something? I swear to God, these drivers are a bit weird, you know? They just kind of, you know, they look at you from the side of the bloody road. Move on, dude. Stop being so freaking nosy. So hope everybody is doing well. So yeah, this DLC definitely isn't for everyone. You know, I don't think it is. It's certainly made more for the European guys, the German guys, the small map, small equipment, small map people. You know, Virtual Farmer will absolutely love this map, and he does, which you know, which is absolutely fine. You know, Mr. Newall, how the heck are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. Yeah, Virtual Farmer loves it, which is you know not really surprising. It's up his alleyway. You know, as I said, I'm certainly going to give it a fair crack at the whip, as it were. But I'm going to try and do it kind of my way, you know. For example, um, a lot of these fields can be plowed together, right? See that? So eventually, you know, once I get some money together, you know, I'll make the fields much larger. So there's plenty of scope here to plow fields together. You can plow all these ones here, that type of thing. These ones are all grass. You could I guess you could make fields out of these, but the shapes are just so odd that it would be very difficult to make a worker friendly field, if that makes sense. You know, there's only so much you could do with bloody waypoints. No, give me a second here. I have a waypoint mod installed, and I haven't figured out quite how to use the damn thing yet. Yeah, so you know, it's going to be difficult to you know, to put, you know, kind of you know, create fields out of this, or unless they're very odd shaped. I guess the only another option is to do logging. You know, you can make money from logging as well. Well, I think primarily it is it's a grasswork map, and it's an animal, you know, or a cow type map, if that makes sense. You're going to be producing a lot of milk. Get yourself a few hundred cows, that type of thing. Well, it'll be interesting to see how much shelf life a map like this actually has, you know. I It's just my gut feeling, just based on, you know, the feelers that you know, what people have been saying to me throughout the day is, you know, it could be one of those maps whereby it's kind of all the rage for a couple of weeks and then it just fizzles out and no one's playing it. You know those type of maps, or those type of DLCs, you know, where someone, you know, like the Anderson DLC, when it came out, people were using it for a few days, and then eventually, like, no one talked about it anymore, and no one hardly even uses that stuff anymore, you know. So maybe kind of something like that. We'll see. Hopefully the map has some life and longevity to it. There's no question that the map is absolutely stunning. I mean, it really is. It's a beautiful looking map. It really, really is. Uh, my kind of hope would be that I think eventually someone maybe will take this map and expand upon it. Maybe make it into a 4x map and add a lot more to the map. You know, I think there's great potential for enhancement and expansion on this map. Okay, so can I get that there? There we go. There we go. So yeah, this is a nice sized field here, though. I have to say, nice sized field. You know, should be a good amount of grass on this field here. As eventually, I'm going to have to plow these fields and lime them and fully fertilize them to get the because well, you're not getting the full yield at the moment. But it is interesting that the default grass texture is more like hay than it is grass. So I'll be interested to see what hay actually looks like. And of course, ideally, you know, what I would probably do eventually is I'll probably get my 18-meter mower setup, my Crone 18-meter Crone mower, and that would chop through a field like this in no time, no problem. So you want to be trying to be as efficient as possible, as they say. I do like the new grass textures. I think that's pretty cool. It does look nice. Hopefully, this will be kind of the default grass for future maps. You know, nice variety of colors on the flowers and stuff. But they've actually changed the grass itself as well. You know, it's a different type of grass than we had in other maps. So the tractor here is 150 horsepower, and she's pulling a more setup of 160 horsepower. So you know she is a little bit underpowered, but she's doing okay. She's not too bad. Of course, you have these Alpine special Alpine mowers that kind of move to the contour of the field and stuff like that. These are especially designed for the Alpine region in real life. I don't think they have a huge effect in game though, unless Giants has kind of specifically tuned the terrain or the fields to kind of take advantage of these kind of moors, you know, or the moor design. Excuse me. So yeah, we did actually get some very interesting mods today, I think. And there was a few of them that certainly interested me. I thought that cotton pack was quite interesting. That'll add something new to the game, you know. We got some kind of a slurry tank for the Class Lexion 3000 saddle track, which is very nice. Obviously, we've got the popper header. We got a update to the, what was it, the New Holland T7, I think. Oh, 180 acres. Jesus, that's a that is a substantial size field. What are you playing on at the moment? What map are you on, LC? You know what's weird about this map, though? So we're in the Austrian Alps. Um, the Austrian Alps do not have sugarcane and cotton as they don't plant those crops in the Austrian Alps. So it's just a little bit weird, that we're been given the we've been given that option, but whatever, it is what it is. Really? So they did they pull the mod? Shit. It definitely was there when I checked it. And I was kind of there at the mod hub when they started actually dropping today. So I was refreshing the page as they were, appearing. Don't know how much of this grass I'll be able to pick up though. So that's kind of interesting there. It's these areas down here, I think, where these moors might come into their own. You know that, they around trees and the kind of the slopey areas. If these moors work, the way they do in the real life, as it were, they could have some advantage in these kind of slopey areas, They should adjust and contour to the land that they're on. You see that type? See the way it's going there? So it'll be interesting, how these moors actually react to this kind of. See that area there? Look at that. See that? Well, she's not getting that now. Clearly these they are limited by the terrain in game. I guess the range of movement is limited as well, I suppose. Yeah, here's another good example of it here. See that? That's not bad. Got that pretty well. That's not too shabby, that's okay. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting one there. Alright, so have you cut everything? Now, one of the things I learned from Mr. OTD, Old Timer Dave, is so when I was playing on the Alpine, the Walchen 2K20, that's the Alpine map. Like an idiot, I was going up and down, to do my, grass cutting and stuff like that, and because of the you just your tractors just don't have the horsepower for it, So this is the way I was doing it, going up and down like this, like an idiot, and I was, All my tractors were really, really struggling. But then OTD came into my stream and says, that you're supposed to go left to right, not up and bloody down. And once I did that, it kind of completely changed the game. So yeah, that's a kind of a tip, for people if you are, going to be playing this map. Don't cut grass or do things up and down. Go left to right, and you'll have a much better experience. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the real more mod installed. At least I don't think so. Oh, I do. Ah, interesting. I didn't think I had. So you see the way the weeds, the bushes disappear there. That's what the real more mod. Now, unfortunately, they once you reset the or restart the game, they come back. That's the only thing I don't like about that real more mod. So this is a fairly substantial field here, actually. Yeah, it's fairly bloody big. We're gonna need a windrower, I guess. So we'll get that next. And we'll do a little bit of windrowing. So I'm gonna leave the grass work here. So yeah, see there? So the real more mod is installed. See the way all the bushes disappear? There you go. Right, I think that's enough grass work. I can cut more of the grass if I need it. We'll Oh, see this baler here? I don't know about that baler. Right. Next up, we need a windrower next. So we're going to drive to the shop. Hey Nathaniel, how are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. I'm going to change it to front wheel steering here. So it's the Riggy Track 150. Very, very nice looking tractor, I have to admit. Very nice looking. It's a very good looking tractor. There's no doubt that Giants do high quality work with their kind of DLC and base game mods, especially when they build them from scratch. Oh, you're on Dahl Ranch. All right. So there's the train there. So, where is the bloody shop? Oh, here we go. It's over here. Bit of texture loading in here. The shop area here isn't huge. You certainly can't fit a. Let's just say you'd have problems with a flexi-coil, a 24-meter cultivator. You'd have problems getting that in here. So I've got this one. So this is the Pottinger. So this is on the official model. So this is a 12.5 meter windrower, obviously. And while we're here, I guess I don't know. We'll get the tether. I'm not going to mess around with silly, stupid stuff. So we're going to get the big boy. You know. I didn't check the horsepower actually. Let me let me just check the horsepower of this thing. 90 horsepower. That's okay. And what's the other one? That's they're well, you know, absolutely fine. This tractor can handle these, no problem. So yeah, I'm gonna try and keep in the spirit of the DLC by using Pottinger equipment where possible, you know. Um, but I have other stuff that I want to show you guys, and we might actually do that now. So I have downloaded some mods, and so I've got a couple of dodgy mods that I want to show you and want to test out myself. So let me just put this over here. Right. So with this DLC, you get a Lintner or Linner, whatever the hell they want to call it. JKL Linner. So yeah. So the base game, we get the Lintrack 90. With the expansion, we get the Unitrack 122 and we get the Lintrack 130. I've got a modified version of the Lintrack 90. Okay. So this has been quite substantially changed, but I'm not interested in that right now. This is what I want to show you here, right? So someone has screwed that one up with 252 mph. That's not correct. So I'm going to have to change that myself. But yeah, this is from Farming Simulator 13. It has been, you know, the modder claimed that the tractor was pulled apart in Maya and updated to FS19 and stuff. But we'll see about that. I don't know if these two mods have any bugs. I'll have to check those separately. So so this one here is 45 mph, 40 liters. Now, obviously, the speed there is completely incorrect. It says 252 mph. It's that's probably an error, but it's more likely 25. This one here then is 48 horsepower, 15 mph, but that's probably the realistic speed. So this is your tractor here. Okay, so as I said, the reason I got this was because it's linear, you know. We have the we have the Bueller. Yeah. So this is partly the Alpine. So we have this one, right? And as I said, I just thought it would be kind of a nice compliment to have one of these really old school kind of tractors, you know. And with this particular mod here, so this is a different version. This one looks a bit better actually. But yeah, you get these buckets as well. So it comes with a few pieces of equipment. All right. And the Unitrack 82 is on the mod hub as well. So we'll get the right. So there's no options in this thing. Okay. So let's get this one. Okay. And take a look at this. So it has quite a few options, this one. So there's a lot more going on with this particular mod. So we have design, we have standard. Ooh, we have a cab version. Okay. Standard and cab. Okay. Design, we have Husqvarna, so you can put your chainsaw there. We can change it out. So this, yeah, we can put a saw on the side there. I'm not interested in that. Attachers, we have standard. We have option 1. So you can put a option 1, option 2. Let's take a look at the option 2 here. Option 1 and option 2. There's something going on there. Some kind of a option 1, option 2. Standard, option 1, and option 2. Right, I'm going to go with option 1. So we have wheels set up. Here's standard. We have rear twins, but a narrow twin on the outside. We have communal tires. Oh, with chains. Interesting. That's interesting. See that one? Oh, we have chains all round. Standard. And okay. Very, very interesting options. And a front loader attacher. Right? Do I have the Class DLC? Yes, I do. I certainly do. But I don't have it enabled at the moment. So this is quite interesting. There is a lot of options on this thing that isn't present on the other one. And obviously you can get these little attachments here. So you can get these little buckets, 750 liters. Okay, I can get this one as well, 1,125. So that makes things quite interesting, I believe. So we'll take a look at these mods and we'll see if they're shite or how they are, you know. So yeah, this has been converted from, as I said, FS13. You know, the quality is not very good, my friends, as you can see. It's not very good. The mirror does not work there. It doesn't work on the outside either. We'll check the basic functions of this thing. So we have our blinkies. And left and right. Okay, so they're kind of the basic functions, as it were. So the lights work. 19 mph. Good turning radius. Good turning radius, I'll give it that. Right, so we're looking at the none of the dials or anything turn on. See that? None of the pedals are animated. The seat isn't animated. The driver he's positioned quite well, you know. I don't have a problem with how he's positioned in the tractor. But it is most definitely not, it's not up to FS19 standards. No way. So let me have a look at this one. So this one looks a lot more weathered and worn, doesn't it? I mean, intentionally, I think. You know? And there's a lot of rusting and stuff on this model here. So, you know, he's obviously done this. So see all the weathering along here? See that? So this is all deliberate, of course, you know. Look at the engine, all the rusting and stuff. So he's done this on purpose, like to kind of, you know, dirty it up. Well, I can already kind of tell you guys that there is a difference between the texture quality. So if you look here, the see the way see the way that's kind of flat, and whereas this one is shiny. See that? See the way the light reflects off it. So this has definitely had some texture work done for you know, to bring it up to FS19 standards, definitely. Right, we'll just test the basic functions once again. So I would assume that all this stuff kind of works. So the lights, oh, so the lights are quite different. So look at the lights, see what he's done here with the lights. So in this one here, they're more kind of an LED color, so they're more of a white light. See that? Whereas this guy has made them like the old, you know, the old xenon, the kind of the yellow color. See the difference in the color there? So that's much more reflective of, you know, what these models would have been like in the real world. You know, they'd have a xenon light, especially because they're so old. Oh, he's animated the look. So he's animated the dials here. Look at that. Ah. I think it's pretty obvious which is the superior mod here. This is definitely it. It's much higher quality. Interesting beeper. I don't know about that. Maybe that's representative of the real machine. Look at the engine cap. The engine cap is animated. You see the engine cap? So yeah, there's quite a difference. Look at the steering wheel as well. See the kind of the shine on the steering wheel. So yeah, these are two quite different models we have here. They're quite different. So if you're interested in an old school Lintrack tractor that kind of complements, well, there's no sounds, so yeah, they're not connected properly though. So you see that? See the way it's independent there? There's definitely a problem with this thing. See the way it's moving around there, and there's no animation sound when you move the. There's no sounds when you move the front rotor attacher here. Lindsay Gillett, how are you? How are things? Hope you're doing well. Is that just Linz from Twitch? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, there's an issue here. That's a bit disappointing. Definitely some brokenness going on there, I'm afraid. So yeah, I think that's if you guys don't know, I watch a lot of Twitch streamers during the day, you know. How am I going to get rid of this attacher? Okay, that's interesting. Uh, Lindsay? That's right, isn't it? Lindsay? Uh, Gillot? Gillot? I don't know. Apologies if I if I butcher your name. Yeah, so this front loader attacher is broken, unfortunately. Yeah, that's disappointing. I definitely wouldn't be using the front loader attacher here. Yeah, that is unfortunate, that one. And also, I can't find any way to detach the bloody thingy here. So there appears to be no way to detach the front loader. So that's also disappointing. Right, so let me get rid of that one. And let me get rid of this bloody thing. Right, so the lintner. Okay. So out of these two mods, this is the one to get. No doubt about it. It gives you the most options. It's got the highest quality textures and stuff like that. Don't get the front loader option. So the front loader attacher, you can't take this thing off. Oh, I didn't know there was another one. So there's another one there. Interesting. So there's two of them. Interesting. Maybe let me just check that one again. So there's no sound when you move this thing up and down. Let me check this one. Mr. T-Bone, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, sir. Let's see this one here. Is she... yeah, she's broken as well. See that? See the way it's not connected? Yeah. So yeah. Now, I'm going to have to check the log on this mod. But I'm going to do that offline, to see if there's any errors in it. But, at least... But yeah, I think that's the one to get there. So this is not on the mod hub or anything. It's one from one of the old dodgy websites, right? So the Lindner BF450SA version 1.2.1, I believe. So it's on the old dodgy websites. If you want to Google it up, if we're into this type of tractors, that is, So the reason I got this one is because it's Lindner, this DNC has Lindner, so that's kind of why I got it. Okay, so that's that one. So the Geotrack Series 4, this thing. So this is on the official mod hub, right? Okay. And the other one then is a modified version of the Lintrack 90. This is from filebase.de. So this is from the FBM team. They've modified this. So obviously you can change, the colors, but you can't do with the base game Lintrack 90. I've ordered a new Xbox controller. It's due tomorrow. I don't know what it is, but since the patch, the accuracy of my joysticks has gone to absolute shite. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but so when I'm switching options here with the, it keeps moving to the next bloody, option. The accuracy, it's highly inaccurate since the patch, and I've reset it, in the options menu. Reset the controller to default, whatever. Uh, it's not helping me at all. So I decided to order one of the new Xbox Series X controllers, and that's due tomorrow. But yeah, you can change the colors up here. The usual type of thing. So that's options you don't have in the you know. We get more options here. We get Trelleborg, Nokian. We get crawler tracks. You're not going to see that in the base model. Holy shit. Trelleborgs, we get standard, wides, wheel weights, wides plus weights, rear twin, or twins all round, narrows, narrow twins, and then back to standard. Nokia, we got communal, we get communal wide. We get another kind of communal seat there. So yeah, we get quite a few communal options there. You can see that one's interesting. And then the lizard. So we can change the engine as well. We can do the Lintrack 90 to 110, 130. So we get some engine options here: 102, 113 horsepower, and 136. Fenders and no fenders. You can take the fenders off this thing. Okay. With rule or without rule, I would assume this is the we get. Hold on a second. See, bloody thing. So front leather attachers, we get no, stowed, alloy. So the usual kind of things there, but it's not too bad. So top here we get LED options. So we get that type of thing. Okay. So this is a modified version of the Lintrack 90. So they put the so I can show you this. Obviously they put their license plate on this thing and on the front here. Okay. They swapped out the default beacons here for a different design. There are also some steering options: all-wheel drive, grab, left, right, that type of thing. So there are options there. What else is unique about this? Let's see. So there is IC control. So that's different about this particular mod. So we have IC here, so we can open the side thingy. We can do that. We can open the front window. We can open the rear window. Do we have anything else? If anybody spots any X's that I've missed. See, sometimes you might be able to open the top here, but I don't see any X. So yeah, you get the idea there. So that's a substantial difference from the base game model, as it were. Now, when I downloaded this mod before, and I used it on Rickyville, but I had a problem with workers. I could not get this particular tractor to work with the worker. I could not figure it out. I don't know if it was an issue on Rickyville alone or if it's an issue with the mod. I'm not too sure. But I suppose what we could do is we could test it bloody well out. We could set this guy on a a task to do a little bit of plowing maybe, or tedding. We could get into Ted, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. Let's get into Ted. So what I can do is I can set him off on a worker to Ted, and I can windrow myself behind him, or whatever. Or I can Ted in the front, and the worker can windrow behind me. So yeah, the mods that I've chosen here are trying to keep within the kind of confines of the Alpine farming DLC. The brands, as it were. Lint, Lintner, Pottinger, Sip, Sepp Kushnell, Simpa. Those kind of Alpine Austrian mods. Right, I want to see with this work with a worker. See that? So that's the kind of the problem I was having before. Is that the worker has completed his task. That's the exact same shit that I was getting on Rickyville. Does anybody know why that would be, I wonder? Why this freaking thing... And it's got really, really good options, But it doesn't work with a freaking worker. That's the only thing about it. When we take a look at the textures for the hay, let's see what hay looks like. Oh, it is quite a different color, isn't it? That is not the same as shit. That is not the same as bloody the base game color. That's quite different. Oh, it's totally, look at that. It's very, very different. It's almost like straw. Look at this. See that? It looks like bloody straw. That's kind of weird, actually. I'm going to leave this over here for now. We're not going to be using this particular piece of equipment for a while yet. Oh, that was pretty good bloody driving. See that? Holy shit! I even surprised myself there. Right, so we're going to do a bit of wind roaming here. We do need to get some grass for our cows. We have 10 cows, and they're running on a grass pretty damn quickly. And so when you start them up in new farmer mode, they give you some hay and straw bales. So I've kind of I fed them up, as it were. But you're definitely going to need some more. She struck me a little bit there. That's interesting. I would have expected it to go a little bit faster than that. No, no, she's up to speed. There we go. That's what I was wondering about. No, she's up to speed. Yeah, she struggled a little bit there. Yeah, I mean you know the land is definitely not flat. Clearly. So see the way she slowed down there again. She's definitely kind of struggling in some areas here. I'd be interested to see how she'd react with the higher horsepower tractor. She's speeding up again now. I do have the def mod installed, as you can see, and it is working with the riggy track. Ridgy track or riggy? I think it's riggy. It could be ridgy. So yeah, interesting new grass textures. Interesting new grass textures, I have to say. The Giants have no, they've switched up a bit there. So no collisions on the barriers there. So that's interesting. I suppose that's going to be a depending on your point of view, I suppose. Some people like collisions on things and some people don't, you know. Yeah, I don't know. They've definitely lightened up the colours of the grass. It looks quite different to other maps. So yeah, we are using a Pottinger windrower here. 12.5 meters. Certainly shows you that you can get. This would be considered, I suppose, a large piece of equipment. I'm sure it would be. So yeah, you can definitely get away with something like this on this map. You may need a bit of a higher horsepower tractor to put it at full speed. But it's going good enough, I guess. Now, what I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next. Should I make grass bales or silage bales or square around? So you do get a baler in new farmer mode. It's not a wrapper though; it's just a baler. So I kept that one. Oh, there we go. That's bad driving. So yeah, she's definitely struggling in some sections of this. Now, what's going to be really interesting is to see how these machines react to the bloody when you get up into the slopes and shit like that. I mean, this is a fairly level ground area here. I mean, compared to the map, like it's fairly level. But once you get up high up into the mountains, I don't think there's any way that these. You're not going to be able to use this equipment up there. Certainly not with the base game tractors that you get. You're going to need some seriously high horsepower tractors to be able to work up in the mountains. just pulling the equipment up the hills, you know, it's got to be really, really tough. And if you're pulling auger or loading wagons or logs or some shit like that, it's those steep ass 25% grade hills, unless you have a beefy bloody tractor or truck, you're not going to be able to get up there. I don't think so. But I'm going to try that out. I'm going to test it out and see, what the limitations of this map is. Also, the cotton what was it? The new cotton mod is broken. Is it, John? Maybe that's why it was pulled from the mod hub. I don't know. What the hell is wrong with Giants in their Q&A? I mean, who's bloody testing these mods anymore? Oh shit, I'm stuck. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll probably wrap some round bales of grass, and we'll feed our animals with them. See the inside view here. Not a big fan of that kind of view. I like to be able to see what the hell I'm doing. I think I'm going to have to make another pass down on the other side here. Struggle to get that one there. Oh, the struggle is real. Okay. She's not liking that there. Oh dear. Struggle city right there. Yeah, she's not liking that. Mr. OTD, the man, the myth, the legend. How the heck are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. I am not too shabby now, my friend. Not too shabby. I was actually planning to stream like earlier this morning, like when this initially came out on Steam, 11 a.m. Irish time or whatever. But unfortunately, the next door neighbors, as I've said previously, they're getting a roof, a new roof put onto their house. So the workmen came at 8 o'clock this morning, and they were well, it's, yeah, noise, you know. So I just I basically I didn't want to stream. So yeah, uh, waited till the evening time, and they're gone home now. So here we are, as it were. Who? Oh my days! We have a celebrity in the house, my friends. We have a celebrity. It is Farmer Min himself. How the heck are you, Farmer Min? Hope you're doing well, sir. Oh dear, that's bloody traffic. Really should turn off the bloody traffic here. Another very good video there today from you, Farmer Min. Very entertaining, sir, as always. Shite. Schnitzel. Shit. See, this is just... Yeah. Driving, people, driving. God dang it. So, I don't know, Farmer Min, do you have the new DLC? Or is it not your cup of tea? OTD, I think we've spoken about this before. Doesn't appear to be your cup of tea. I don't think your opinion will be swayed too much by what you're seeing today from streams and stuff. So yeah, it's going to appeal to some people and not. Mr. Vac, how the heck are you, sir? How are things? So, my friends, Mr. Vac here. Uh, you are Mr. Vac from Santini Hawk's Twitch channel, I assume, yes, sir. Are you the very nice chap who helped me modify the Ideal 10T and get the rear attacher sound fixed? If it is you, sir, thank you very much and welcome. So yeah, this DLC is definitely not for everybody. It definitely isn't. Um, the map is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's an absolutely fantastic looking map, but it's quite small. It could be quite difficult to farm. Um, you're definitely going to be using small to medium sized equipment. Is it possible to use larger equipment? Well, I think it is because obviously I'm using it here. I think the particular tractors that you get with the DLC are completely inadequate in the horsepower department for what you're doing on the map. So this is 150 horsepower. Okay, this Windrower here is only 90 horsepower, so she has plenty of juice to do her thing, as it were. And it's a total struggle bus, So it's the fields, it's the elevation, it's Vulcan 2K all over again, and I quite literally Vulcan was like the only map I've ever genuinely rage quit, even there, 5 mph, So this is gonna the shit that's and we're not even. This is the freaking flat area of the map. Wait until you get up to this area up here, which is a 25% grade. So this is all steep mountainside up here. Down here is it's relatively flat. So yeah, I think it's going to frustrate a lot of people. This map. Oh, there's no collision on the hedge. Interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that, Giants. Well, I would have assumed they would have put a collision there. They bloody well didn't. Look at that. Interesting. Okay. Not what I would have expected out of Giants, no, I have to admit. I wonder if there's going to be collisions on this fence here. Let's see if there's a collision here. Well, there is, but my wind roar just basically went over the damn thing. Yeah, there's collisions on those. Yeah, I was in Mr. Santini Hawk's stream there earlier today, OTD, and so he's a Twitch streamer, and the back was asking me, "How are you getting on with the modding?" And I replied, "Well, I broke everything that I touched," so that's kind of accurate, you know. Yeah, I did at least get the ideal 10T fixed, at least to the way that I wanted it. So I think my modding days are well, it's not actually modding, but you know what I mean. My tinkering with mods is I think it's at an end. Mr. Cecil Simulations, how the heck are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. What is going on, my friend? Now, I guess what we could do is we could rent a Vario 1050 and we could just put this whole shenanigans to bed, you know, because the 1050 can just frickin' just power through anything, you know, regardless of any elevation, fields, equipment, you know. Yeah, I do honestly think that the base game equipment is completely inadequate in terms of horsepower rating for this particular map. But I understand why Giants have chosen this equipment because they're appropriate. These are, for example, Riggy Track are native to the area in real life. The Austrian Alps. Um, it's a tractor that we haven't had before, so I understand why they would have put it in there. They are a fairly unknown brand, really. Let's be honest. So I'm sure Track were quite happy to work with Giants. Getting their name out there. It's good promotion for them. The tractors themselves are beautiful. There's no doubt about it. They're interesting models. They have some interesting features. They're very well modeled by Giants. Well, I think the only thing that lets them down is the horsepower. They just they're not suitable for farming simulator, at least. They may well be suitable for in real life, but not for the game. Yeah, as I said, well, I tried to prepare myself, Cecil, for this map. I mean, OTD knows this, so I tried to prepare myself. I downloaded a lot of mods from. I downloaded tractors, for example, who had the exact same horsepower as we're seeing here. So, for example, so like the Bueller. So I got myself a 100 horsepower tractor from one of the other mods here or whatever. Um, So I like with the rig track, the 68 horsepower. I think I got a tractor at 70 or 72 horsepower. So I tried to match. I tried to get other mods or equipment that was as close to the stated horsepower of the DLC. And I got a shit ton of Pottinger equipment and stuff like that, and I tried it on the Vulcan 2K20. And so I basically rage quit Vulcan 2K20. It was single-handedly the most frustrating, impossible, horrible map that I've ever worked on. Even though it is an absolutely stunningly beautiful map and a bug-free map, um, it's just it's amazing to look at, and the level of detail is astonishing. But in terms of farming, it was impossible to work with. It really was. And I know that I'm not the only person who has said it about that map. So yeah, I attempted to prepare myself for this Alpine map by playing the Vulcan map. It's going to be difficult, my friends. I think it's going to be I think it's going to frustrate a lot of people in this map. I really do. Um, I don't know. I think this could be a map that people play for a couple of weeks and just move on to something else. You know, and it's just kind of a footnote type of thing, which is sad because it is a very, very beautiful looking map. Clearly, a lot of love and attention has gone into it. Is there anything you guys want me to show, or do you want me to show some of the DLC equipment? I mean, I'm sure you've all seen it already, anyways. Maybe we'll go for a spin up the mountain or something like that, because I haven't driven up there myself yet. Yeah, I think what I'll do, I'll finish off this pass here, and we'll hop in the electric tracker, and we'll drive up to the mountains or something, just for something different. Mr. Injection Z, how the heck are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. So yeah, it is interesting. So this is hay, believe it or not. I know it looks like straw, but it's actually hay, and that's grass, even though it looks like hay. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I don't know what Giants did with this, but yeah, apparently this is hay, and this is grass. So that's just a bit weird. But whatever. So I'll actually be interested to see what straw looks like now. Right, let's fold this shit up here. So I swapped out the default silo. So you get a small silo with the in new farmer mode. I swapped it out for the multi-silo version of it, if that makes sense. That's on the mod hub. So that will allow me to store, all the various crops. I have this bloody thing. I don't know about that thing. So here's your little electric tractor. Look at it's very, very quiet. I mean, it really is. You can't even hear it starting up, really. This is a this is a cracking little piece of kit, I have to admit now. It drives very, very well, and she's nippy, and she's stable as well. Giants have apparently messed with. People have been trying to flip this all day. Giants have messed with the physics on this thing, and it doesn't flip over for some reason. So people have been trying to, put it over rocks and try and stick it into rivers and over bridges or whatever. But no, she won't flip over. Now, let me see. So yeah, we want to go down here. Okay, no, that's where we're going to go. So let me zoom out here to get a very good zoom out with this tractor, so you can kind of see the map. Here is the church here with the clock that syncs to the in-game time. So it's 10:56 in-game, and yeah, it's 10:56 as you can see. Some high quality modeling there. I don't know if there's any 3D windows around this thing or not. So we certainly do have the 3D windows here. So let's see what happens when I move here left and right. So it's actually just an optical illusion, you know. So I mean, they've actually explained how they did it, but yeah, it's kind of an optical illusion type of thing that they've done there. It's not actually 3D, you know. These bloody signs are all destructible, and I've never seen so many bloody signs. I've been trying to knock these bastards down constantly. I think they pop back up as well, the sons of bitches. Yeah, they're everywhere, these bloody things. Okay, here we go. So now we're getting to the. I mean, look at this. Look at the steepness of this. Jesus. Huh? So can you imagine pulling a a trailer, a 56,000 liter trailer full of grass up this hill here? Can you imagine that? And you'd be getting, I don't know, 1 mph. So this is the hotel area up here, I guess. Yeah, it's the hotel here. Most people show the front of this area here, but I'm going to go to the back. I'm going to be different. I'm going to be unique and show you the back of the building. Screw all these YouTubers who think with their fancy, videos. I'll show you the back of the bloody building. Look at this. Look, isn't that fantastic? There you go. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's where everything happens, at the back of the building. Why are people walking around just randomly, I wonder? Can I get another sense of these 3D kind of sky boxes that they have here? It's kind of weird the way they've done it, but it does. I guess it adds kind of a enhanced realism. Is that the word? OTD, enhanced realism. I believe it is. So yeah, this is kind of a Boardwalk Empire deal here. Has anybody seen that TV show on HBO? Yeah. So yeah, oh Jesus, Lord have mercy. We are, yeah. Holy crap, we are high up. Ugh, that's scary stuff. I don't know. I think I would have liked for them to have, I don't know, had some kind of maybe a sales point up here, or use the area a little bit more effectively than just visual eye candy stuff. Okay, so we're going upwards here. We have a lot of new tree types, as you can see. Potential for logging here. Yeah, you could jump horses. It's a huge area for grass, as you can see. Uh, Oh, so massive area there for grass work. You know, chop all that down. There is logging, but there is no dedicated forest, which is I thought was interesting. I thought there was. I thought by looking at the beta version of the map in July that there was a dedicated forest area on the map. I don't see that anymore. So that this is an interesting kind of area here. Oh, look at this. Ah, viaducts even. Look at that. It's kind of cool. But yeah, there doesn't appear to be any large area for forestry. There is plenty of logging, but there's no large, forest area, as it were. So you're gonna have to move around and chop down a shit ton of logs, or you could plant your own forest if you wanted to. So you're really getting into it now here. This is one of the highest points here. So yeah, this is a very, very much a grassland map. You know, baling, silage. If you're into cutting grass, you're going to be in heaven on this map. Look at the way they've all done the trees and everything. Isn't that fantastic? That looks like a bloody picture. So a lot of these trees here, while you can't get to them, they are actually so there's your map border here. So they are actually there on the map. They're not like a painting or anything. They are actually there. But the further away stuff is probably a picture of some kind. I would imagine so. Yeah, you can only get so far. Yeah, that's the map border there. So you can kind of see it there. I do like the way Giants do their map borders. I think they do a very good job at them. It would have been nice if you were able to so at the top here, so there's the ski lodge up here, okay, and you can there are the bloody ski lifts, I guess, that go up to the lodge here. I just thought it would have been cool if you were able to hop, take a spin up, you know, up to the up to that area. I think that would have been cool. But look at the steepness of this. Jesus, look at this. Look at that. Holy shit. Yeah, this is 25% grading going on here. So we should reach a kind of a tipping point or top of the map here soon. And I guess you'll go back down the other side. So yeah, there are opportunities for logging, but there aren't huge kind of concentrated areas of trees. That's the one thing I thought we might have seen. Another thing that I don't understand about this particular map is let me show you. So here's the petrol station. So you have an electric vehicle, you know, electric tractor. Why the hell didn't Giants put a freaking charging station on, built in, baked into the map? At the very least, that's charging stations, which kind of would be logical. So you only, the charging station is a placeable object. As far as I know, you have to own the land to place that thing. As far as I know. So, for example, if I wanted to place it in the in this bloody area here, I can't do it. See that? So I don't get that. That just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, why would you not place more charging stations around the map to make it easy for people? You know, you could be out, farming, whatever, or cutting grass, and time might slip by. You might, and you're out of juice. I just would have thought that they would have placed more charging stations on the map for people. That's just me. Another thing I noticed as well. I'll show you this. The front loader attacher. Okay, so the higher end, not this particular model you can't put a front loader attacher, but the other two rig track you can. So I'd like to be able to paint this the rig track yellow color. It's not on the color palette. I don't understand that. Why is it not here? Very, very strange. I think that's another oversight by them. I mean, we obviously have class colors. They did put out the patch. Oh, Jesus, look at this bloody... Oh, shit, look at this. Jesus. Holy crap. Are we going to continue to go up this bloody mountain? Yeah, with the patch 1.71, they definitely should have added the Riggy Track color palette to the color selection. I think this is it here. Yeah, so this should be the top of the mountain, the area here. So this is as high as you go on the map. We're very close to the map border edge here. Yeah, you can see the transition as well. You can see the different texturing and stuff. So there's your map edge, and you can see your trees here as well. See the way they're just kind of just flat 2D planes. See that? But anyways, so yeah, we'll go down to the Go back down the mountain again, I suppose. But yeah, as I said, I just think it's going to be really. Once you get up to this area up here, if you're logging, cutting grass up here, if you're attempting to expand your farm and make more fields, you can buy land up here. So it's going to be tough. Real tough for people to move equipment around and work up here. So it's my understanding, and I think people have conducted some tests. It takes 10 minutes to recharge the electric tractor if it's fully discharged. 10 in-game minutes, that is. The charge on the tractor when using it lasts between, depending on usage, uh, between 5 and 6 hours. I think it's probably closer to 6 than 5. So yeah, let's just say it's about 6 hours of usage out of it. That's actually equivalent to the real world machine as well, which lasts roughly between 4 and 6 hours, depending on usage and battery conditions and that type of thing. Of course, in the real world, it doesn't take 10 minutes to recharge it. Significantly, a dozen plus hours actually to recharge it IRL. Some very large trees here. We've got a lot of new tree types in this particular map. Giants have created some interesting new trees. This area here is for logging. You can bring logs up here and easy, load them onto the train with a I guess a front wheel loader, I suppose. Do you want me to go maybe up on the opposite side? No? Up here maybe? See what's up here? So there are some points up here that I don't quite understand. They look like they're placeable objects or something, or little platforms for you to, put stuff on top of. I'll show you it, so you know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh! You sons of no, not my freaking track! No! Oh! Oh! Oh, gee, oh, god dang it. Well, I just successfully flipped the tractor, didn't I? Oh, son of a bitch. There we go. Oh, poor little thing. Poor little baby tractor. You don't deserve me, baby tractor. I'm a terrible driver. What are you doing there? So yeah, this is the opposite side here. No cement mixers. I haven't seen a single cement mixer. Thank God. That used to drive me absolutely potty on Felsburn. Bloody cement mixers everywhere. I would assume that all the basic features of this thing works. I would assume so. So yeah, grass for days, people. Grass for days. Just grass, grass, and more grass. I don't know if that's going to be interesting for people in the long term, though. No, it's up here I wanted to go. Yeah, there's something over here. Let's see what that is. Yeah, so the northern part of the map isn't quite as steep as the southern part. So yeah, you get a good overview there of the kind of the map and stuff. The town center there. Of course, it's all bloody trees I'm showing you, but you know, you get the idea. Right, so that's a house. Okay, let's see. Oh, all right, so they're just little. So all these things here are just driveways up to houses, basically. Okay, so now we know. So there's nothing actually there. So there's something over here, though. Let's take a look at that one. So there's my waypoint. I've got that waypoint mod thingy. Yeah. So you have this here. See this? I don't know. Looks like it's a platform for a house, but the house is missing. Like giants forgot to put it in here or something. Or it could mean that you could buy the land and you could place a house there. You could do that, you know. Once you buy the land, you can just use that area there to, I don't know, maybe one of the houses that you get with this thing will work. I mean, it's possible, I guess. Maybe that's the size of it. I don't know. Yeah, there's grass, and more grass. There's a train going across the viaduct over there. We're at the map's bloody edge here. Yeah, you can see where the map edge is. So the invisible wall is here. So yeah, you can see there's the bloody train. So it just goes backwards and forwards. The only thing I think is a bit unrealistic is the speed. So there, you know, if you were to sit here, you know, I think that it'll probably do it like every 30 seconds or a minute, which is unrealistic. I think they maybe should slow down the speed at which the trains go back and forward over that viaduct bridge there, because it's a bit unrealistic. So we have our BGA here. Very small BGA. So see that? See where the train is again? So that was like 30 seconds. Look at that. That's ridiculous, you know, and it just keeps doing that. That's way too quick for trains to be going backwards and forwards, but whatever. So yeah, these bunkers they're not big. You know, you're not going to be able to hold much stuff in these things. Should be a weighbridge here. It does work. 3,028 kilograms. Yeah, it works. I've already tested the train to Felsbrunn. That does work. I've sold crops with the train. And there's the bloody edge of the map there. So I don't know, what else is there? I think that's it. Yeah, we've seen that already. Have I been here before? I think I had actually, haven't I? I haven't. I don't know. Yeah, and based on what I've read or what I from people who live in the Austrian Alps, that these kind of buildings are and the housing is accurate to the area as it were, and you have I guess the metro thingy. So I don't know where the bloody train is now. Oh, here it is. So he's heading off to Felsbrunn apparently. Was that a French announcer? That's the timetable. I don't know. There you have this thing here. Right. So, my friends, Rabbit Man, how the heck are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. So yeah, while certainly not a comprehensive look at this new map, um, I'm going to stick at it for a while. Um, I have a few ideas, a few things I'd like to do on the map. Um, we'll certainly give it the old college try. I guess is the term. Is that it? I don't know. Yeah, we'll give this map a shot. We'll give it a fair old crack of the whip, as it were. That's a term I'm more familiar with. Lime soil here, so yeah, lime. We'll give it a fair crack of the whip, as it were, and we'll keep going at it. I certainly don't want to discourage people from purchasing the DLC, but as I say, it may not appeal to everyone. Well, these little that electric tractor is the best thing about this DLC, in my opinion. It's freaking awesome. This is kind of for me. This is kind of the Kubota of the DLC, if that makes sense to you guys. You know, the Kubota little compact tractors. Carl Freeman, how are you? How are things? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it's a really really cracking little piece of kit. And Giants has done a great job of modeling it as well, you know. And I've watched real world videos of this particular uh, thingy, and it's really, really accurate, really accurate. Although these compact tractors are more used for municipal settings more than farming, from what I've seen. What I mean by municipal settings, well, snow plowing. So I've seen these little tractors with snow plows on the front. I've seen them cutting hedges, you know, hedges on the sides of, roads and stuff like that, you know. So they are kind of a multi-purpose vehicle in the real world, you know. Don't get me wrong, they certainly are used in farming situations, but the videos I've watched, um, they are more of kind of a municipal uses type vehicle, if that makes sense. Uh, oh, okay, well there you go. I just wanted to try that out. I mean, I knew that would happen, but it's nice to see it actually happen. Where's the bloody charging station on this thing? Let's see if this actually works. So it should kick on once you approach it. There we go. And that's it. It's a small bunker, very very small. So it's one of the small bunkers that you get in game. The little tiny one. I don't know. Maybe you could get a bigger one in there. It's hard to say. I doubt it. I tried to get a larger silo in here and I couldn't do it. So I ended up swapping this. So this is a multi. So this is a small grain silo thingy, but it's a multi-fruit version of it. So it'll hold my grass and straw and everything, but it's only 100,000 liters. But yeah, you don't have a huge amount of air. Excuse me. Oh Lord, I apologize. Yawning. You don't get a huge amount of area, um, especially not flat area. That is. So this is the big brother, as it were, the big boy, 150, and this thing is articulated, or not articulated. It's I don't know what to call it. Pendulum. Pendulum, I suppose they call it. If I can find a rock or something, I can demonstrate that. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen this already, but oh dear, oh Lord have mercy. That's just terrible driving. Look at this. Yeah, well, you can definitely see it there. She's hinged. See that? That is just awful driving. Oh, I don't think she's going to get up. Oh, this is very embarrassing. Oh, Lord have mercy. Nah, she's fecked. Nah, she ain't gonna get up. Oh, shitballs. Oh! Okay. I don't know. Freaking crab steering, maybe? No, that's not it. Take off the weight, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, Alpine, yes. Oh, this is just awful. Oh, shit. That's a reset. God dang it. I'm gonna have to call the recovery service here. Holy crap. You know what they should do as well? You know when you reset the vehicles to the shop, does anyone think that they should charge a fee for that? Because right now we get that for free. I don't know. I'm kind of wondering. Maybe they should charge a fee for that to reset the vehicles. I think that might be an idea. Anyways, my friends, right to you. I think that's enough for today. Uh, we'll pick this up probably tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. I have no such schedule or schedule, whatever you want to call it. Whenever the mood moves me, as it were. But yeah, here you go. This is Ellen Grat, the Alpine Farming DLC. A beautiful looking map, but I personally would be concerned about its longevity for certain types of players. That's kind of my only concern. Anyways, my friends, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it. And God willing, we shall see you again next time. Take care. Bye bye.